Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. If you take a groundbreaking comic who blurred the lines between stand-up and performance art, a two-time Tony winner, nominated for an Academy Award, a former boxer turned 1980s sitcom idol, one of the original stars of Grease, when it was just a small stage show in Chicago, and add a member of the Grease film cast too, plus bring in Doc Brown from Back to the Future, and let's not forget the one and only Danny DeVito. You cluster these people together and give them a decent script, and you've got the popular sitcom called Taxi. Taxi aired on ABC from September 12, 1978 till May of 1982, and on NBC from September 30th, 82 to June of 83. It features one of the most brilliant ensemble cast in sitcom history. And there was also a serious pedigree behind the camera too, with creators and writers who came from the Mary Tyler Moore Show and would go on to start the TV show Cheers. It's no wonder that Taxi became one of the towering achievements of 1970s television. The series focuses on the employees who worked the night shift at the fictional Sunshine Cab Company, and its principal setting is in the company's fleet garage in Manhattan. Among the drivers, only Alex, who is disillusioned with life in general, considers cab driving his profession. The others view it completely as a temporary job. Elaine is a single mother working as a receptionist at an art gallery. Tony is a boxer with a losing record. Bobby Wheeler is a struggling actor. John Burns, who was written out of the show after the first season, is working his way through college. All take pity on Reverend Jim, an aging hippie minister who is burned out from drugs, so they help him become a cabbie. The characters also include Lotka, their innocent, wide-eyed mechanic from an unnamed foreign country, and Louis De Palma, their hard-nosed dispatcher. A number of the episodes involve a character having an opportunity to realize his dream to move up in the world, only to have it yanked away. Otherwise, the cabbies deal on a daily basis with their unsatisfying lives and with Louis' abusive behavior. The opening sequence of the show featured an iconic yellow checker cab, built like all the rest in Kalamazoo, Michigan, cruising across the Queensboro Bridge into Manhattan. And that was not stock footage that you're looking at, nor was it a mere stunt driver. Tony Danza is the one driving that cab in the opening credits, and they took the clip and looped it throughout the credits. The series was inspired by a New York Magazine article. A light bulb went off over co-creator James Brooks' head when he was reading a September 1975 issue of New York. The feature story was Night Shifting for the Hip Fleet, which chronicled a motley bunch of drivers from the Dover Taxi Garage in Greenwich Village, dubbed the Hippie Garage for its free-spirited crew. This was the beginnings of the whole idea for the show. Andy Kaufman only worked 2 days a week on the series. Kaufman had developed his foreign man character in comedy clubs, and producers were eager to adapt the persona into a sitcom character. But he wasn't really jazzed up about the prospects of full-time sitcom work. So his contract stipulated he work only 2 days a week. He turned up on Tuesdays for the run-through and again on Friday for the filming. In the meantime, a stand-in filled Lotka's jumpsuit. But Kaufman has one of the strangest contracts that you'll ever see in a series. He had 2 separate contracts to appear on the show. Tony Clifton was another favorite persona of Kaufman. He was a boisterous lounge entertainer with a bushy mustache and mutton chops. Always blurring reality and performance, Kaufman stipulated that Clifton sign his own separate contract, so the studio obliged him in doing this. However, in an infamous behind-the-scenes incident, he was removed from the set by security due to outlandish behavior. They then brought in another actor instead. Judd Hirsch didn't want to commit to a TV series either. After reading the script, he knew the series had serious potential, which really worried him. The actor was not thrilled at the notion of a 3 or 4 year commitment. He told his agent to make an offer to the producers that they would never accept, but surprising to him, they accepted it anyway. Few actors can blow a fuse on cue quite like Danny DeVito. To win the role of Louis, DeVito stormed into the audition room, slammed the script on the table, and asked the assembled creators, "Who writes this stuff?" Except he used some curse words in saying it. The room immediately ate it up, and they knew he was the right person for the character. When it came to playing a 1960s burnout reverend, Christopher Lloyd had the look completely down pat. He assembled his denim ensemble himself, throwing on his old dirty jeans and slipping into a jacket that his neighbor had found lying in the bushes outside the house. When he first turned up to the Paramount lot in costume, the receptionist there thought that he was a homeless man and refused him entry initially. Now, the beautiful Marilu Henner has one of the most exceptional body parts that you'll ever see, that being the ability of her brain. She has what's called a highly superior autobiographical memory, a rare condition that's identified in only about 12 people worldwide. You can give Marilu a random date from the past, and she can recall it with amazing clarity. Let's take the date of April 30th, 1980. She states that that was a Wednesday, that she was in Cancun, Mexico, with her boyfriend at the time, who would soon be her first husband. She remembers that she was wearing a cream-colored jumpsuit and a stretchy, strapless top with a turquoise jacket. The weather was beautiful that night, and it poured rain the very next day. Everything from each day in her life comes back amazingly sharp. She says to her, it's like remembering your address and phone number or the color of your eyes. It's just there. It's not something she works at, but it's just something she has a gift of. She's been asked if she disliked the fact that she had this, and she states no, she loves it. But when you look at it from the outside looking in, you would think it would be a burden. Having that much memory overload seems somewhat troubling, but to her, it's not. Take a look back at this classic show from the 70s. It's a fun one to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.